But his spirit that was asking for help.
Yes, he came to me maybe last month. Remember?
Still?
Yeah. Only last month I managed to release him. So he passed away when I was in my 20s.
Okay.
So about 11 years, he was trapped. So he was there all along, wherever she is, along with her, the lady in Marsiling that died of breast cancer. Her spirit also was trapped. So that's the reason why we hear crying. That's the reason why we doorknobs and drawers were like aggressively.
So all this haunting that happened at home is actually the trapped spirits trying to ask for help.
Yes, as well as whatever demonic entity.
Yeah.
Because she opened a portal. She practiced it. It's like chalet for all the low vibrational ones.
I really don't feel good like this. Getting
Is anyone here? What did you find?
You are listening to Supernatural Confessions.
So he was originally happily married. So he had 3 daughters and his wife. So this stepmother was jealous of that, jealous of him in specific. I'm not too sure why. And then she did a ritual to get rid of the wife. So the wife got sick and eventually passed away. And then somehow manipulated my biological father into marrying her. So by then, he was already trapped in a sense. So she had already performed ritual on him as well. So he's like, he can't fight back, or he's like, I would say, or obey her in a sense.
You mentioned that you suspected there might be nasi kangkang involved as well.
Maybe like, I'm not too sure what kind of ritual she did. Right? So he married her, and she convinced that she was pregnant with his child. But the first child is actually her brother's child. So she has an incestuous relationship with her younger brothers. The year after that, she got pregnant again with the second child. And the second child belongs to her other brother. So my father, I think he knew, but he couldn't leave because I was told by the medium that he was very, very scared of her, very terrified. Because by then he found out that what was done to him, what was done to his first wife, and he tried to leave her.
Did you confront your dad?
Oh, but we didn't see. I only found out recently, actually.
Oh, but by then he already passed away.
Yeah, his spirit came to the house. That's how we found out. That's how I found out he passed away. And then we thought, oh, because like he passed away and I want to say goodbye or things like that. Recently found out that the reason why he came back was because she did a binding ritual on his soul.
At 18, when your father passed away, you didn't even know until many years later. Were you not talking terms with him already, or
No,
how did that happen?
He didn't die when I was 18. He died years after that, like when I was in my 20s. When I was 18, that was the last we saw him. So she managed to like manipulate and basically convince us he was a bad guy and whatnot. So he actually left the house. Come to find out that he left for his own safety. And she actually turned us against him as well. So we were like not nice to him also. We were like very cold and very indifferent, very like, what's wrong with you, things like that. My impression of him was I thought he was weak and lazy. But again, everything I just found out recently was because she has been doing rituals on him, so he got too sick to work. So it wasn't that he was lazy, it's that she has been putting things in his food to the point where he got lethargic and drowsy. Eventually, what she did to him was what I went through as well.
And you saw the exact same behavior in your father as well?
Yes, exactly what he went through, I went through. She had been continually poisoning me until I was 25. So she kept harassing me from morning until maybe like midday to eat her curry. So I got fed up because it's like really when people keep harassing, pushing and forcing you, pressuring you, you're like, okay, fine, I will just eat to shut you up. So I didn't eat much, only like 1 or 2 tablespoons to shut her mouth. She was jumping up and down. Bagus, clapping, good, bagus dia dah makan, good, she ate basically. That's why she was jumping for joy in the kitchen. I thought it was weird. And then within like I don't know, maybe 15 minutes or so, that's when it started from my ankle. I had like a red rash, and then I had high fever. And then she told me, don't go doctor, just stay at home. I always had a fly, like a big fat fly about this size. Follows you everywhere you go. In the toilet, you just shower, in the lecture halls, in movie theaters, anywhere. But it will never go to the food. It will just quietly be like 1 arm length away, or even half an arm length away. So it's a a way for her to view you and keep tab on you and to know what you're doing. Apparently, it's a cult
Yeah.
where her siblings were involved. So Pokda, Pokte and Panda, these three were involved. The other siblings are not. Whatever entity that I've encountered, they tend to speak in Indonesian. Very thick Indonesian accent. And then there were several instances in the house where the radio channel will change on its own. And it will change to class 95. And then 91 point whatever, some classical. And then we'll keep changing. And then they would stop at the local Malay channel, Surya or something like that. I don't know what, some FM. And then it will pause for a while. When you hear the Malay accent, it change until it stopped at the Indonesian channel. And then the same with the TV, because they have a habit of leaving the TV on, and then they had cable, right? Channel will change to Disney lah, whatever rubbish. And then we'll always stop at the Indonesian channel. So it's like everything is always Indonesian related. My stepmom is actually a Javanese descendant of Javanese descent. Her family have been practicing for many generations, but I do know the one that are actively involved are the three siblings, Pokda, Pokte, Panda, and their wives, and the some of their children as well.
It's an entire cult.
Entire cult, because basically they marry each other, I would say.
But his spirit that was asking for help.
Yes, he came to me maybe last month. Remember,
Still?
Yeah. Only last month I managed to release him. So he passed away when I was in my 20s.
Okay.
So about 11 years, he was trapped. So he was there all along, wherever she is, along with her, the lady in Marsiling that died of breast cancer. Her spirit also was trapped. So that's the reason why we hear crying. That's the reason why we doorknobs and drawers were like aggressively.
So all this haunting that happened at home
Yeah.
is actually the trapped spirits trying to ask for help.
Yes, as well as whatever demonic entity.
Yeah.
Because she opened a portal. She practiced it. It's like chalet for all the low vibrational ones, and including all those innocent people that she traps.
And how do you help to save your father?
I did a candle ritual. Basically, it's like white magic. White magic, just candles and some flowers, and then you just pray to the universe to help release him. And I think it works because I was blood related to him. And then because I knew the lady was still there while the hauntings were happening. And then a Buddhist friend recommended, hey, why don't you try it out? Maybe because it didn't work with what you've done, maybe you turn on the mantra. So Buddhist heart mantra. So basically to come, and then she will sing along with it. She will be right behind you, and then you will hear her sing along, chanting together with. Then I was like, if she's a low vibrational entity, why would she be chanting like a holy sutra?
So you
right?
did this. So as you were doing the ritual, the spirit,
Yeah.
which you thought at first was
like a bad one.
like a bad one, was actually chanting along, wanting to be released.
To the sutra, sorry, not mantra, sutra. The heart sutra. So like the Buddhist people will know it's the heart sutra. And I was like, heart sutra is meant to calm you down, because the Muslim prayers didn't work. Because you can tell you can sometimes see things move around, like she was trying to show, hey, I'm here. Like books will move around by itself. Like next thing you know, the book is on the bed, the book is on the chair.
So do you help to release her as well?
I could not. I tried. So I tried to do the same white magic ritual that I managed to release my father, because my father came to me crying actually, because he was like deep sadness because he was trapped for so long. And then actually during the 11 years, the second sister actually often had dreams of him asking for help. And then she said, oh, he's in hell, because we were raised to think that way. So technically he was, but it's not hell because of his own doing. It's a hell because of some evil person like the stepmother.
Do you see a vision? Did he walk towards the light? Was there anything that
Nothing.
gave you the indication
It was
walked?
more of a sensing thing. I can sense.
Okay.
And he just left. He said something like thank you and sorry, and he left.
And the stepmother did not call you, and
She did.
because obviously she knows, right?
She did. So she often called me at odd timings. 2 a.m., 1:30, 12 a.m. And then many years before that, she would say, you're so rude. People send you food, you don't want to open the door. Who sends food at midnight? Tak baik, orang kasih makan, kurang hajar, you don't want to open the door. At 12 midnight, 1:30 a.m. Who will send food at 1:30 a.m.? I was like, so her story doesn't add up, but she will gaslight you, like you're rude, you're derhaka, you're anak derhaka, because they like to gaslight their children. So again, the media was saying, oh, it's because she was sending her her posse lah, her entourage of all these low vibrational things. So and then she needs me to open the door to kind of let it come in. Hey, somebody's at the door now. They send you food. Open the door. Open the door. I'm looking at the door, the peeping hole. I don't see anybody there.
Oh,
But
man.
there was a strong wind, very violent wind. You can hear the sound. Woo, woo, woo. I was like, randomly, there's no wind. All of a sudden, there's a strong wind. And I was like, whatever lah. So I was told actually it was her lah, her way of trying to do that. So back to the spirit of the lady, I thought I was like, why is she singing along to the heart mantra, heart sutra? Because like the Buddhist friend was telling me, oh, that's to like calm the mind, calm the spirit, you know. So if you feel angry or agitated or whatnot, it helps you calm down. Why is she singing along with it? And it's not once or twice, because you try to turn it on like maybe for a week or so, singing along with it. Yes, and then you can sense she's chanting in like deep sadness.
Just to clarify, are you still staying with your mom or are you staying out on your
I
own?
moved out. I moved out because for my own safety, like she's been like poisoning me for so long. So actually, one of the reasons why actually I tried to contact you to like continue this story, it's like no hope that maybe her daughter. I know she has a daughter. If somebody can actually help to, my intuition says like maybe the daughters can release her.
Do you have any names, any addresses that you...
I don't know their names, but I do know that they live. We live at block 32, and then they live at block 34 or something like that. Your mom is good friends with Azizah Ahmad. The name of the stepmother is Azizah Ahmad. If the father, the husband is still alive, maybe, but he'll be very old by now, I think, 70s maybe.
Oh, so you guys have heard this?
Yeah.
Marsiling Block 34.
34, Marsiling
34.
Drive. I think it's block 34.
Okay.
And then, like just mentioned, your mom passed away from breast cancer. And she had a friend named Azizah Ahmad.
Okay, there we go. Marsiling Block 34, daughters of a deceased mother from breast cancer more than 25 years ago, who possibly know a lady called Azizah. If you are watching this video and you want to find out more, get in touch with us and leave us a comment here. You know my number, get in touch with me. I'll try to hook you guys up.
It's also to warn people because she's not stopping. Then she keep finding people, and people of all ages. She doesn't discriminate. You have something that she wants, your looks. Also, the lady at Hague Road. If you see the lady at Hague Road for many years, she's like a bit mentally unstable. She would push a trolley. That's also one of her victims because the stepmother was actually openly telling me, somebody did ritual on her because she was the prettiest in the village. So again, like all these things that I talked to the medium, and she was one of the victims, and simply because of her looks, she was jealous of how she looks. She did a ritual where the lady was binded in her own body, like Malay we say kunci or something like that. Like she was locked in her own body, so she became mentally unstable. So many people's life have been ruined, and it's not one day, 1 month, 1 year, decades. Some of them even passed away. Then when they pass, the second phase of being trapped. So if you know her, or you know your friend, family members, whoever, like coincidentally die of suicide or cancer, and then like try to find somebody to help release them, because more than likely they're still in the house.
Is anyone here? What did you find?
You are listening to Supernatural Confessions.